If it wasn't for this very platform that you're watching this video on right now today, I honestly don't know where I'd be in life right now. I don't even know if I'd still be here. Let me explain. I grew up in New York City, more namely the Bronx. If you know anything about New York, you know anything about the Bronx, a lot of culture is very prevalent here. A lot of music and fashion. But what a lot of people don't tell you and what a lot of people don't know is that it's a very dangerous place. Other than drill music and all of the other things that New York and more specifically the Bronx promotes that is worldwide at this point, the place itself is not very good in terms of the morals and the sort of ethics and how people sort of treat each other. It's very cutthroat. It's very like every man for himself. I like to think of even just the city in general, New York City in general nowadays, as like a Fortnite battle royale. You kind of get whatever resources you can. No one's really helping you, and institutions aren't really helping you. In fact, they're going against you. Your school is doing something, but if you aren't in a very good funded school, there's obvious problems that can be arisen from that. And overall, the entire area, most of the area I should say, because it is getting better now, but most of the area isn't promoting any sort of good habits. And the people are, sort of, in my opinion, very hurt, just trying to get by. The Bronx is like a third world country in sense of other towns and other places. That's how I like to see it, at least. It might be different for anybody else watching the video, watching this video, and he's probably like, nah, you don't know what he's talking about. But I do think that the Bronx is probably one of the worst places you can grow up in terms of just the overall BS that happens, quite frankly, on a daily basis. I'm talking about, liquor stores everywhere, terrible food, not many trees. Like, these things matter, and I do think that this is all done by design. Of course, that's a whole more difficult topic to sort of get into, like the socioeconomic standards and sort of systems that are put into place to oppress people. But overall, I didn't like growing up in the Bronx, and I kind of figured that wasn't what I wanted for the rest of my life. And I eventually moved from there through a whole series of events that were both unfortunate and very good, because now I don't live there. I live in a different part of New York. But to get back on track here, I noticed very early that that wasn't what I wanted. And why YouTube saved me is because it was a outlet that I used to sort of escape the daily sort of toils and messes, as well as sort of interactions I'd have with people in my environment from the Bronx, from New York City in general. And growing up, I used to watch, before I even had a PC, I used to watch people play Minecraft. There was this YouTube channel called MC Finest. They had these three kids playing Minecraft and recording those videos, and I used to binge watch those videos. I wouldn't even, before I even had friends really, I'd stay home, watch a whole bunch of gaming videos before I even had a console. Like, my first console that I ever bought myself was a PS4. And I saved up my money. I did some stuff to get that, but I didn't really grow up with the most stuff. So YouTube always allowed me to sort of grasp, at least, at the infinite creativity that resides within people making video games and making videos about various different topics. And I feel like my imaginative nature allowed me to become so engulfed within YouTube that I eventually started prioritizing using that as an outlet and as a coping mechanism to deal with my own environment. And why I say it changed and essentially saved my life is because, again, within the Bronx, there are, even if you're paying even just a little bit of attention to the type of stuff going on in the Bronx nowadays, we have drill rappers and 14-year-old sort of kids being in gangs and using that to promote their music and make money. And that type of stuff wasn't happening back then with me. I didn't really understand you know, gang culture and whatnot, but I always knew that all of these things were bad, and for the foreseeable future weren't in fact gonna get better, but in fact we're gonna get worse. And what kept me out of the streets, what kept me at home, always on my phone, on my Android phone, on my, you know, shitty old laptop, was YouTube. It was running, you know, Minecraft at 45 FPS after watching a YouTube video. It was staying at home watching whole series of Sky Wars or Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD remix gameplay videos. I was watching Bajan Canadian or Sky Does Minecraft play like these various games, especially Minecraft, that kept me from being outside all the time. And it's just so crazy thinking about it, because now I'm a content creator. Now I'm a very small channel. I'm making YouTube videos and I'm like, what should I do? And I rarely think about the fact that I grew up with YouTube. I grew up watching, you know, even music and dance videos and being so like engulfed in the idea that there was this platform that you can essentially find anything on. You can find cooking videos, you can find gaming videos, you can find people that are into fashion, you can find people that like doing ASMR and just talking, you know. And this platform is probably the best platform on the internet because it was the first, basically, to make content creation something that people can both benefit from in terms of monetization wise, as well as giving people an outlet to sort of escape whatever they are going through within their life. And that's why YouTube saved my life. It allowed me to be home more sort of excited about the amount of things that can happen on a, you know, a Minecraft game that my favorite YouTubers, you know, sort of playing. Nowadays I watch this podcast called That One Piece Talk, and it, you know, they talk about One Piece, and it's just these four guys, and it's amazing. It's like, even now at the age of 25, you know, I'm still so engulfed in YouTube, and instead of doing all type of BS, you know, that the regular person could be doing and getting myself in trouble, now I'm into PC and gaming. Still I'm into just hearing people talk, kind of like what you're, you know, viewing this video for. And like I said before, I just started content creation 2 years ago, and I'm about to be on 1,000 subscribers. I never really thought I'd be a YouTuber, but you know, YouTube definitely saved my life. It allowed me to sort of use all of that built up emotion and, you know, allow my creative urge to be sort of satisfied by watching gaming videos and videos of people, you know, like the Vivo videos and dance videos. So all of this to say, the real point of this video is, you know, YouTube is a tool. YouTube, of course, is losing a lot of its integrity nowadays, but if you like something, like, it's okay to not want to go out with your boys and go drink and go smoke and do all this other shit. Like, it's okay to like just like watching a YouTube video because you like the value that's being presented with you. You know, like, it's okay to like creating content and staying inside and gaming even. Like, YouTube allowed me to sort of just be by myself, and I was able to create this world inside of my head that, you know, only I can reside in, and I can use my creativity and enjoy the things that I really like to enjoy. Like, I wasn't enjoying a lot of stuff back then. I didn't have money to really have games. I sort of lived vicariously through people playing these games. So that's how YouTube changed my life. Let me know if you guys relate to this in any sort of way. Because I definitely do. I mean, YouTube saved me, you know, when I was sad about a lot of things, when I was butting heads with my parents. Like, YouTube was the thing that allowed me to decompress and relax. And, you know, I eventually want to do the same for people that's watching my videos. So let me stop rambling and yapping. If you guys like videos like this, if if you like the sort of content I'm putting out. And if you like the commentary videos about me just talking about experiences, let me know. Of course, I need to get better with my commentary skills. You know, I'm stuttering and stuff a lot, but you know, I'm trying. I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit. But yeah, it's your boy Draco. Like always, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing good. I'm rooting for you. Peace.